This year marks 80 years in the Battle of Iwo Jima. U.S. Marines invaded Iwo Jima on February 19, 1945, after months of naval and air bombardment. For over 5 weeks, Japanese forces mounted a fierce defense, turning the small volcanic island into a death trap for invading Marines. The Japanese had to be rooted out of caves and other strongholds in merciless close-quarter assaults. Approximately 70,000 U.S. Marines and 18,000 Japanese soldiers took part in the battle. In 36 days of fighting on the island, nearly 7,000 U.S. Marines were killed. Another 20,000 were wounded. Marines captured 216 Japanese soldiers. The rest were killed in action. The island was finally declared secure on March 26, 1945. The Iwo Jima Memorial in Washington, D.C. is the largest bronze statue in the world. It depicts one of the most famous photographs in history, 6 Marines raising our nation's flag on Mount Suribachi. But that statue isn't just bronze and stone. It tells the stories of 6 very real young men. The first Marine, Harlan Block, an all-state football player who enlisted with his entire team. At just 21, he died on the battlefield, intestines in his hands. He reminds us how young most of those Marines were, 18 and 19 years old. The second, Harold Keller, from Brooklyn, Iowa. He survived Iwo Jima, named his son after a friend who died at the base of Mount Suribachi, and passed away in 1979 at the age of 57. The third, Sergeant Mike Strank, the leader, known as the Old Man, at 24. He never told his men to die for their country. He said, "Do what I say, and I'll get you home to your mothers." The fourth, Ira Hayes, a Pima Indian from Arizona. He lived through the battle, went to the White House, but carried survivor's guilt for the rest of his short life. He died at 32. The fifth, Franklin Sousley, a fun-loving Kentuckian who once pulled pranks with cows back in his hometown. He was just 19 when he fell on Iwo Jima. When his mother got the telegram, her cries carried a quarter mile. And the sixth, Harold Schultz, from Detroit. He enlisted at 18, was wounded on Iwo Jima, came home, and lived until 1995. Three died there. 3 came home. In that one battle, 7,000 Marines gave their lives. Freedom is a blessing, but it is never free. And if you count the hands raising the flag on that statue, you'll see 13. When asked why, the sculptor answered simply, "The 13th hand was the hand of God."